Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Tonight, the Super Late Models will be taking on Stafford Speedway for 125 laps of short track racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee Atman-Weiss. I'm excited to call all the racing action here tonight. After 3 races this season, we see a tight race in the point standings between Mccollum and Mike Hasty. Only 9 points separate first and second in points right now. We see third in points is Michael Swink. Fourth in points is Sam Wettstein. And then rounding out your top 5 in points right now, it's Josh Oswald. So after this race, we may see a new point standings leader. We've also seen 4 different winners this season. So, and who knows, we might see a 5th different winner. And a lot of that is possible at Stafford. Stafford, a very difficult track. We'll see how these drivers handle it. Last week, we were at Bristol Motor Speedway. We saw Eric Myers pretty much dominate the race, leading 124 of the 125 laps. He picked up the victory. Saw Michael Wambold finish second. Matt Telder was third. Mike Hasty finished fourth. And then rounding out your top 5 was Russell Brown Jr. We see a big field tonight. Right now, we have 31 cars registered for the session, so we are going to be having a heat race. We'll see how that format will work out for these drivers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The most anticipated online store is now officially open for business. Check out IntensityBroadcasting.com for all kinds of merchandise from your favorite broadcasting company and all of the amazing leagues that call Intensity Broadcasting home. New merchandise will be added periodically, so be sure to check back often. Also, feel free to message us with your product ideas if there is something you can't find but would like to see in our store. Shop with Intensity. And I have put the link to our new website in the description. See, Alex Feith on Facebook says, let's go $10 Telder. Is he? Let's see. I'm trying to find where he's at in practice right now. Matt Telder's currently 18th in practice with a 19.10. He's about 4/10 off of your current leader in practice, Alex Mccollum. Let's see how well he does here in qualifying. If right now he's setting in practice, he won't be able to automatically advance to the feature, and he'll have to go to the heat races if he runs the same lap time that he has in practice. Alex V says Rocket Raccoon merch or PD or whatever his name was. You're right, we do need to get some PD merch. I'll have to get with the merch team to get some PD merch. That, you're right, we should get some of that. Thank you for that suggestion, Alex Feith. Make sure to check back in to the store periodically to see if we add some new things. Yep, www.intensitybroadcasting.com is where you can find all of the new merch. And yes, there is actually Thunderstruck merch, and I know from just seeing them that the Thunderstruck shirts look absolutely awesome. So if you want to go pick up some Thunderstruck shirts or some stickers or something like that, go to the Thunderstruck collection on the website. And there are all the other leagues as well, SCSRA, Mayhem, Extreme Forces, Original Rebels merch as well. And then we have the Intensity Broadcasting merch with just the Intensity Broadcasting logo. We have like a retro shirt. You'll have to see for yourself. Well, you gotta see the completed version, Alex. We have a lot of new things that weren't in the preview. All right, we are starting qualifying now. A lot has changed since the preview. We've added a couple new things. There we see 89 of Brandon Wallace exiting the pits. Shane Bedford exiting the pits. There we see Mike Hasty heading through 3 and 4, getting ready to start his first lap. who's crossing the start-finish line. Here we see Josh Oswald heading through 3 and 4. He's getting ready to complete his first lap. We see Parker Chavez currently on the top of the board with a 18.80. He's 0.2 faster in second place. Willie Howes. Second place now belongs to Josh Cole. He's still about 0.2 off of first place, Parker Chavez. Yeah, we have it all on the websites, from stickers to posters, hats and shirts, oh my. We see Tristan Ladusair with a 19.27. Dylan Bates was able to get to second on the board with a 18.84. He's only 0.04 off of first place, Parker Chavez. We have Samuel Fontaine running in third with a 18.95. He's about a 1/10 off. Alex McCollum to the top of the board with a 18.71. He's about 0.09 faster than Parker Chavez. You know, Alex was the leader in practice. He's definitely one of the favorites to win tonight's event. Yeah, I think some of the stickers would look awesome on your new race car, man. What are you going to be driving next year, Alex? Got Mike Steffen on track right now. He's slowing down. Looks like he's going to be starting 16th. Now, we are going to see the heat race format come into play. So whoever finishes in the top 15 in qualifying will automatically advance to the feature. You won't have to go through the heat races. But if you qualify outside of the top 15, you're going to have to advance to the feature through the heat races. And only 5 drivers can advance through the heat races, which means that we're going to see a lot of drivers get eliminated. Okay. Well, have fun in that thing, man. That looks awesome. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Alex, if you want to hop in the booth, go to the Thunderstruck Discord. You can call the race with me, man. Got Garrett Kenner getting ready to start his first lap in that 13 machine. Gotcha. Yeah, the New Year's holiday is coming up. Tomorrow, New Year's Eve. No, Garrett Kenner, he doesn't always make a lot of the races here in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, but when he does, he's always a driver to watch out for. First lap, he's able to get to 15th with the 19.23. If that's the case, he will be able to advance to the feature, and that's going to mean Tristan Ladusair will have to advance through the heat races. Well, have fun at the New Year's Eve Christmas party, man. And yeah, that might be, that could happen in another universe where he's watching Intensity Broadcasting from the Target bathroom. Yes, sir. I mean, the heat races might be probably the most exciting part of tonight's event. Because there's 17 cars in this heat race and only 5 can advance to the feature. So let's take a look here at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole with a 19.259 as his fastest lap in qualifying. We see Tristan Ladusair in that 2:30 on the pole. Outside of him with Moneymakers Motorsports, it's Mike Steffen, P3 is going to be the 41 of Ray Page. 4th is Jason Latridge. And then rounding out your top 5 with BDE Racing, it's the 10 car of Dave Jones. In that 6th place spot, it's the 49 of George Fernandez. 7th is Indiana's Aaron Ward. P8, it's going to be Brandon Wallace in that 89 Reaper Racing Machine. 9th will be Mike Casey in the 72. And then rounding out your top 10 in the 111, it's Mean Gene Watkinson. In 11th in the 07, it's Kyle Martinson. 12th will be the 998 of Thomas Axum. 13th is Dante Curtis in the 949. 14th will be Russell Brown Jr. 15th was Shockeye 12 Racing. It's the 78 of Aaron Johnson. 16th will be Canada's Mike Bentley. And then last but not least, it's the 98 of Sam Wetstein. No one goes to Target to buy NASCAR diecast, so it's always easy pickings there. I've never been to Target to buy NASCAR diecast before. I know if you go to Walmart, there's never any there. So I guess if that's not the case for Target, you gotta mop and vacuum, and then you're done. We'll go get that out of the way, and then you can come back and watch the broadcast. All right, so we are officially pacing here at Stafford. Drivers getting their tires warmed up. But once again, Tristan Ladusair starting in first. Outside of him, it's Mike Steffen. We're going to take one more lap around. Here's a look at the race info. 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 10% humidity, overcast, 2 miles per hour wind speed. Track temperature 77 degrees Fahrenheit. We are in Stafford Springs at the 0.5 of a mile Stafford Motor Speedway. So here we go. We have 13 cars on track, but only 5 can advance to the feature. Who will those 5 be? We will see here. Pace car is in. Coming to the green. Green flag is out. And there we see Tristan Ladusair taking off, heading into turns 1 and 2. He is able to get clear of Mike Steffen, so we are now side by side. We see contact. Mike Steffen is around into the outside wall, and we did not complete a lap before we see our first caution. So we're going to take a look at the wreckage replay to see exactly what happened. So here we see Mike Steffen running on the outside above Ray Page as we head into turns 3 and 4. Looks like Steffen comes up off that white line. And then, yeah, looks like Steffen comes down a little bit, makes a little bit of contact with the 41. That sends him around. And he goes straight into the outside wall. It's going to destroy his rear end. It is a good race. I agree with you, Kevin. It does feel like it's going to be a good race tonight. We have probably one of the biggest fields in Thunderstruck. I mean, probably the biggest fields I've ever broadcasted for in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. I agree. I don't think it should have spun either of them, and if it would have spun somebody, I think it probably should have spun the 41. But, hey, that's iRacing for you. Kevin Kinder says, go 13. By the skin of his teeth, looks like, let's see, Garrett Kenner, he was able to advance to the feature automatically after qualifying in 15th. So he is going to try to work his way up through from 15th to the front here in this feature. All right, we are getting ready to go back green here. Here's a look at Lottridge's car. Let's see. Here's a look at the cockpit cam. I can kind of see the brake pedal right there. All right, we're getting ready to go back green here. Tristan Ladouceur starting in first. Ray Page restarting outside of him. Green flag is back out there. We see Tristan taking off. Green flag is back out. We see Ray Page just got passed by Jason Lottridge. Lottridge is up to second now. We see Ray Page taking a look back down low. They're side by side here on the backstretch. Ray Page with the nose as we head here through 3 and 4. And we see Lottridge maybe trying to make a comeback on that outside. And oh, we see another car hard into the outside wall. Looks like the drivers who were involved in that were able to save it. We see Tristan Ladouceur currently in that first place spot. He ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 19.11. So you still see Jason Lottridge trying to pass Ray Page for that second place spot. See what he's going to try to do here. Tristan Ladouceur ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 19.07. He's just in a whole nother world compared to everybody else right now. Continue to watch Jason Lottridge try to get by Ray Page for that second spot. Lottridge has Kyle Martinson on his back bumper right now. There we see Kyle Martinson. He spins. He gets loose. I don't know if that will bring out the caution, though. No, it does not. Looks like it was only really a one-car incident. We see side-by-side battle between Mike. Oh, we're 3 wide on the front stretch. That was a risky situation right there. There we see contact between Mike Hasty and Brandon Ross. There we see Mike Hasty is able to get clear to that 5th place spot. Now these drivers who are currently fighting for 5th are fighting for the final spot to advance to the feature. It's very important to finish 5th. Oh, we see another caution flag. As that looks like Kyle Martinson has crashed after he spun earlier. So we were side by side between Kyle Martinson and that's the 10 car of Dave Jones. So we see Kyle Martinson, he was running on that white line, and then looks like Jones just kind of comes off the bottom a little bit. So that is going to send the 07 of Kyle Martinson around. We're back under caution. We still see Tristan Ladouceur as your leader. Here's a current look at your top 5. See Tristan Ladouceur is in first. Ray Page is in second. Jason Lottridge currently running in third. Fourth is Mike Bentley. And then rounding out your top 5 currently is Mike Hasty. And those 5 drivers that I just named, if they finish, all of them finish where they are, they will all advance to the feature. Everybody else will get eliminated. You gotta love it when you have a natural green-white checker. It's kind of satisfying. But this should be exciting. The main place where I'm going to watch, I'm not even going to watch up front. I'm going to watch that 5th position. Because these people who are going to be fighting for that 5th position, that 5th position is the last and final spot that will advance to the feature. The money spot, exactly. There we see Kyle Martinson. I don't know what happened to him. Let's rewind that and just watch that. Let's check this out right here. I don't know what happened. Straight into the pit road wall there for Kyle Martinson. All right, so we're going to have a green-white checkered here. Tristan Laducea restarting in first. Ray Page restarting in second. But we are going to be watching that 5th place spot, Mike Hasty. Mike Hasty finished where he's at. He will be the final driver to advance to the feature. All right, green flag is back out there. We see Tristan Laducea restarting in. He gets a good restart side by side for second between Jason Lottridge. Oh, we see contact. Jason Lottridge is around, and we see another caution flag is out. Hold on. Since this race is going to end under caution, yes, we'll do a chase cam of the 5th place spot. Looks like right now your current 5th place spot is Brandon Wallace. There we go. So looks like Brandon Wallace, with all the craziness that was happening, he was able to get to that 5th place spot. We're having a great night up here in the booth for sure, Steven. We hope you're having a good night watching this broadcast as well. So we are right now letting these drivers just get a little bit of extra practice time before the feature starts. We want to once again say that Intensity Broadcasting online store is now officially open for business. Make sure to check out intensitybroadcasting.com for all kinds of merchandise from your favorite broadcasting company and all of the amazing leagues that call Intensity Broadcasting home. New merchandise will be added periodically, so be sure to check back often. Also, feel free to message us with your product ideas if there is something you can't find but would like to see in our store. Shop with Intensity. And once again, I have put the link to the Intensity Broadcasting store in the description on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. have everything from shirts to hats to mugs to posters to stickers. So go check that website out. I know, Alex, you kind of jinxed Ray Page there. If Alex shouts you out on Facebook, I would be really, really worried. All right, so we see Alex Mccollum. He's going to be starting on the pole at 18.708 as his fastest lap time in qualifying. And ironically, the number 1 will be starting in P1. Second is Parker Chavez. Starting in P3 is the 31 of Dylan Bates. Fourth will be Daniel Pope the second and the 16. Then rounding out your top 5, it's Canada's Samuel Fontaine. In 6th, it's the 081 of Rick Rube. 7th is Cole World Racing's 224 Josh Cole. In 8th, we have Willie Howells. 9th will be Michael Wombold in the 181, and then rounding out your top 10, we have the 17 of Josh Oswald. In 11th, it's Shane Bedford. 12th will be the 8 of Terry Bates. 13th is Matt Telder in the 02. 14th is the 51 of Michael Swink, and then rounding out your top 15, it's the 13 of Reapers Racing's Garrett Kenner. 16th will be the 230 of Tristan Ladouceur. 17th will be the 72 of Mike Hasty. 18th is the 99 of Aaron Ward. 19th will be the 89 Reaper Racing's Brandon Wallace. And then last but not least in the 49, it's George Fernandez. Thank you, Charles Stevens, for the 300-star donation. That is greatly appreciated. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far tonight. All right, here we go. Coming to the green flag. Alex Mccollum starting on the pole. Outside of him, it's Parker Chavez. Will we see a new winner, or could it be somebody different? We will see what happens. Pace car is in. And green flag is out for 125 laps at Stafford Motor Speedway. There we see Alex Mccollum able to get clear. We already see a driver around. Caution flag is out. We were not able to complete a lap. Let's take a look at what happened. Looks like that was Parker Chavez that went around. He started this race in the second place spot, and he's already dropped the last. Let's take a look at what happened to the 60 machine. So there we see Chavez running on that outside. He's got Alex Mccollum below him. And as we head into turns 1 and 2, no! Okay, that just makes me cringe. Oh, gosh. That is the worst netcode I have ever seen. One of the worst netcode incidents that I have ever seen in my time announcing here with Intensity Broadcasting. Good gosh. He wasn't even close. What? I bet Parker is very, very upset right now. iRacing, oh my gosh. Yeah, that same kind of thing happened in the heat with some netcode. Good night. Yeah, that's just, that makes me cringe. Oh, looks like Alex Mccollum is blinking a little bit. Yeah, he was nowhere near that right front. I mean, what? That... Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. That is wrong. Why? iRacing needs to get their game fixed. Oh my... Wow. There was... You could have fit a whole grill in between the right front and the left rear of Alex McCollum and Parker Chavez. I don't know. But everybody's still in the lead lap. Nobody got too much damage, so we're just going to re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to go back green here. Alex McCollum restarting on the bottom. Dylan Bates restarting on the top. And, oh, Alex McCollum blinking really bad. Green flag is back out. And he is able to get clear of Dylan Bates for that first place spot. But let's see if Dylan Bates can get back low under him. See, Dylan looks high. Oh, and we see another wreck, a big wreck. We were not able to complete a lap there. All right, here's a look at what happened. Looks like heading into the corner there, Michael Swink makes a little bit of contact with Shane Bedford. He washes up into Garrett Kenner. Mike Hasty gets involved. Tristan Ladouceur gets involved. George Fernandez gets involved. That's just a big wreck. And then they continue wrecking in front of them. There's a whole separate incident. Oh my gosh. So far, we've seen a lot of torn up race cars here tonight. Yeah, these drivers need to start being a little bit more patient. I feel like at these short tracks, the key to having success here is patience. You don't want to force moves. I've seen plenty of times where drivers have stayed behind the person in front of him for 49 to 50 laps, and then the driver in front of them washes up. They're able to get under them and get to first. They had to wait for 50 laps, but they were there when the opportunity to make a pass happened. So that's why patience is always key at a short track. There's 125 laps. We are getting ready to go back green here. Alex McCollum restarting on the bottom. Dylan Bates restarting on the top. Green flag is back out there. We see Alex McCollum taking off. We are side. Oh, looks like Daniel Pope was able to get to second. Dylan Bates to third. Willie Howes to fourth. Samuel Fontaine to fifth. We see right now Willie Howes is trying to reel in. Oh, and we see another wreck. That's going to be the third caution in 13 laps. All right, here's a look at what happened. We see Aaron Ward was running outside of Mike Hasty. And looks like Hasty comes up the track a little bit. I think he might have thought he was clear award. That's going to take both of them out. Tristan Ladouceur gets involved. I know there is a race control here tonight, so I'm sure there probably are EOLs enforced. The main thing is just I know a lot of the drivers who have been getting involved in these wrecks are already in the back, so there's really no need to give them an EOL. I know. I bet if you came in, these tires would still probably look pretty new. Just because these drivers haven't really gotten too many laps on them. So maybe do a in-race interview. See if we can. Let's pull in your 6th place driver, Michael Wombold. See how he's doing right. Or let me... If it's not... Let's see. Let me make sure we're not going to be restarting this time by. If we are, then we'll just go back to the racing action. But if not, we can do a little in-race interview. Nope, we're getting ready to go back green here. Alex Mccollum restarting on the bottom. Daniel Pope the second restarting on the top. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag is back out there. We see Alex Mccollum taking off. We are side by side for second between Dylan Bates and Daniel Pope. They're side by side here through 1 and 2. We see another caution flag is out now. Aaron Ward going off track. Here's a look at what happened. We see Aaron Ward running above Mike Hasty. Oh. That was the wrong wreck. Hold on. So, this was the second wreck Aaron Ward has been involved in. I'm finding it. Oh, gosh. So here's what happened. See Josh Cole running outside of that 8 machine of Terry Bates. And was that netcode there? Yeah, that's some more netcode. If you didn't get your daily dose of netcode during that first wreck, here's some more. Gosh. I know that's definitely frustrating for Terry and Josh. While we're under caution, let's do a little in-race interview. Let's pull in your 5th place driver, Michael Wombold. Michael, this is Atlee in the Intensity Broadcasting booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. We thought we'd do an in-race interview with one of our drivers, and we see right now you're running in 5th. Started that 9th place spot. You've been able to work your way up through the field, just been able to avoid some of the wrecks. I mean, what's your take on this race so far?
My take on this race so far is I suck. I hope we stay under yellow so I get some points. Oh, man, I'm just not good here. Super late models I enjoy, but this track, I do not. So if I could keep wrecking in last place and keep getting yellows, I'd love it.
Now, I mean, what's going to be your strategy to try to get to the front? You're only 4 more positions away to first place.
My strategy? Well, coming into here, I said if I get a top 5, it's a win. So I'm looking pretty good, but man, I'm just hoping they keep wrecking. My strategy to get up front is hopefully someone tries to move the leader or move someone up there, or lap car tangles them up and I just get around. It's not my race to win. If I win, it's gonna be a miracle.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for the interview, and we're getting ready to restart here. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it.
All right, we're getting ready to go back green here. Green flag is back out there. We see Daniel Pope restarting in that first place spot. He is able to get clear of Dylan Bates. Looks like Alex McCollum dropped to the back, potentially just because he was blinking. I see Dylan Bates right now reeling in Daniel Pope the second. Let's see what he can try to do here. Terry Bates taking a look down low under Samuel Fontaine for that fifth place spot. They're side by side. And looks like Fontaine is able to get clear and up to fifth place now. Looks like the field getting pretty spread out. Let's see, if you were racing in this, what line, top or bottom? I feel like I'd run on the bottom. A lot of the wrecks here tonight have taken place on the top. Drivers running on the top, so I'd say I would be running on the bottom just because it's a little bit safer. And if you happen to have a wreck, you can turn down to avoid it pretty quickly. See, Ratchet Miller says, get her done, number 13. What did I miss? You've missed a lot of cautions so far. Let's see. Right now, Garrett Kenner looks like Garrett Kenner has manually disconnected. Garrett Kenner is now out of the race. So, 26 laps completed. Looks like Garrett Kenner just hasn't really had the luck that he wanted. But again, to answer your question, Craig, I would probably run the bottom line. I know the high side can work, it's just a little bit too sketchy for me. See, Michael Wombo trying to take a look to the outside of Parker Chavez. They're side by side here. There's Matt Telder taking a look down low under Michael Wombo. Michael Wombo's losing some positions. Telder with the nose. And he is able to get clear. Matt Telder up to 6th place now. We're now side by side for 7th between Alex McCollum and Michael Wombold. McCollum continuing to blink, but he is able to get clear of Michael Wombold now. We see Dylan Bates reeling in Daniel Pope for that first place spot. Let's see what Bates is going to do here. He's been patient, sticking behind that number 16 machine. Parker Chavez reeling it. Oh, and we see another caution flag is out. Matt Telder is around. All right, here's a look at what happened. We see Matt Telder was taking a look outside of Alex McCollum. And we see Telder getting a little bit sideways. And looks like, yeah, looks like he comes down a little bit into Michael Wombold. And that's going to send the two around. Yeah, Kevin, I mean, I don't really know what's going on with this group here tonight. This is the 4th or 5th caution of tonight's event, and it's only been 33 laps. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these drivers might be on a little bit of liquid courage. That's normally a weekly occurrence, though, in most leagues that we broadcast, even if it's not New Year's. Yeah, I mean, this group, out of 125 laps last week at Bristol, where cautions are very common, we only saw 4 cautions out of 125 laps. We've got even more than that in only 34 laps. I don't know. I don't know. We did have that last run, though, was our longest green flag run of the race, but that's kind of saying something. Getting ready to go back green. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Dylan Bates on the top. After this race, there's really going to be only a few drivers with a 0X. Let me tell you that. We see pace cars now in. Green flag is back out there. We see Daniel Pope taking off. We are side by side for second. We see Willie Howes trying to look low under Daniel Bates. We see Daniel Bates reeling in now. Daniel Pope for that lead. These two are battling before that caution flag came out. Looks high, looks low. Just trying to set up that pass. You know, one thing Dylan Bates might be looking for is for that 16 to maybe make a mistake. Maybe wash up off the corner or tag the wall. We'll see here. We're seeing most drivers run the bottom. As you can see there. They're going up to the wall on the straights and then diamonding the corner to the bottom. Here's a look at the line that your leader, Daniel Pope, is running. Yep, we see taking it up to the wall and then driving it all the way down to that white line. And then coming back up to the wall to set up turns 1 and 2, where once again, it's going to dime in that corner. So there you go. That's kind of a look at the line, or at least the line that your leader, Daniel Pope, is running right now. We might be seeing drivers running differently. Now, I know this from racing experience. You're always going to have two different lines. You're going to have your normal line when you're by yourself, don't have anybody around you, and then you're always going to have your racing line. So right now, Daniel Pope, he's just running his normal line just because he's not looking to pass anybody. He doesn't have anybody near him. Now, if you're battling somebody like Alex Mccollum is right now, he's going to be running his racing line to try to get under the driver in front of him or go above the driver in front of him. I think we've seen 3 netcode cautions here tonight. I don't know. There's been a lot of netcode cautions. See Alex McCollum reeling in Parker Chavez for that 3rd place spot. He's getting right there. Getting right up there to the back bumper. Let's see what Alex McCollum tries to do here. All over the back bumper. Here's a look at the cockpit cam. And there we go. We see Alex McCollum is able to get under Parker Chavez and up to the top 3 now. But I don't think we've seen the end of that number 60 of Parker Chavez. He might try to get Alex McCollum back here for that 3rd place spot. We do have a battle for 8th right now. Tristan Ladouceur reeling in Matt Telder for that 8th place spot. But Telder ends up extending the gap. Right now, field pretty spread out right now. We see Daniel Pope with a 16th lead over Dylan Bates. I mean, once he took the lead, he's just been kind of running away from the rest of the field. See Matt Telder reeling in Michael Wombold for that 7th place spot. We see Telder looking high, looking low, a little bit of contact. Telder, not afraid to use that chrome horn, but looks like he couldn't use that front bumper to get by Michael Wombold. He's letting him know, hey, I'm here. There we go, bumping him again. You might have just seen the 1, 2, 3 modified rule right there from Matt Telder. He bumped him 3 times. Let's see what happens on the 4th time. He's getting right there. We see those brake rotors glowing red. And there we go. We see Matt Telder taking a look down low under Michael Wombold, side by side here on the back stretch. See Matt Telder with a little bit of a nose. But here comes Fontaine back on the outside. Ooh. Continuing to battle back and forth. Wombold really, oh, contact into the outside wall. Big wreck. No caution right now. There we go. We see the caution flag now coming out. Yeah, we really saw Telder knocking on that door there. So it looks like coming off the corner, they were beating and banging, but looks like we see Wombold washes up a little bit into the outside wall. That's going to also collect Telder. We see Tristan Ladouceur involved. Looks like Josh Oswald has nowhere to go except for right into that 2 car. So right now, we're currently over 55 laps completed. Here's a look at your current top 5. See Daniel Pope running in that first place spot. Second, we have Dylan Bates. Third, it's Alex McCollum. Running in that 4th place spot, it's Parker Chavez. And then 5th, we have Willie Howes. Now, fun fact, from 4th place all the way to 7th place, from Parker Chavez to Tristan Ladouceur, all 4 of those drivers are all Canadians. So from 4th to 7th, it's all Canadians. So I know Team Canada right now, all of them on their feet. Yeah, I've really noticed that here tonight, Craig. Just a little tap is going to send you around. Pace car is in. Green flag is out there. We see Daniel Pope taking off. He has the nose over Dylan Bates as we cross the line, but we see Dylan Bates fighting back on that outside. Pope has the nose as we come off of turn number 2, but Bates trying to fight back on the outside. And we see Daniel Pope is able to get clear of Dylan Bates. We're now side by side for second between Alex McCollum and Dylan Bates. We see Bates with a little bit of a nose right now over second place Alex McCollum. McCollum fighting back on that inside. He has the nose right now. There we go. We see Alex McCollum is clear. So we're now side by side for third between Willie Howes and Dylan Bates. They're beating and banging off the corner. Trading paint there. We see Howes Howes with the nose as we come off the corner. And there we go. He's able to get clear. Willie Howes is up to third. Parker Chavez is able to get by. He is up to fourth now. Alex McCollum all over the back bumper for that first place spot. We know early on in this race, Alex McCollum was your leader, but I believe he dropped back to the back of the pack because he was blinking. But he's back up now. Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. If this was real life, there might be a few fights breaking out after the race. If not right now. We're going to go ahead and pump up the intensity, turn up the volume. You'll get to hear the sounds and sights of the racetrack. So here we go. Well, that is going to do it for Pump Up the Intensity. Hopefully you enjoyed us turning up the volume. Hey, you see that sometimes at the short tracks. Whatever works to help you turn. Yeah, if they've been pounding the old liquid courage, then yeah, there's going to be a lot of fights in the pits after the race. Right now, we still see Alex McCollum trying to set up the pass to take the lead from Daniel Pope. Like I mentioned earlier, Alex McCollum was leading the first portion of this race, but he fell to the back. I think he was given an EOL by admin just because he was blinking. I'm not sure, though. We'll have to ask him after the race. We'll see. Here's a look at the cockpit cam from Alex McCollum's perspective. Right now, the thing he's just looking at is he's looking at Daniel Pope's tendencies. He's trying to find maybe a trouble spot for him. He might be washing up the corner off of 4 or washing up the corner off of 2, or he might get a little bit squirrely. And Alex McCollum is going to need to use that maybe to his advantage to get by Daniel Pope. You definitely don't have to do that, Craig, but that would be greatly appreciated if you could share our channel on your Facebook page. We definitely appreciate that. And also make sure to share this broadcast. There's going to be a button if you go on Facebook where you can just hit it. You can share it and it goes on your page. You can say something like, come check out Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with you there, Ratchet. I mean, I agree. He might be waiting for an opportunity to, get up there to the back bumper of Daniel Pope and try to get around him. Now, one of the biggest things that you can learn as a race car driver is how to be able to move someone without directly spinning. If Alex Mccollum can, just tap that back bumper a little bit, get Pope a little bit loose, but not directly wreck him, that will definitely help that one machine. But yeah, to answer your question, Craig, that'd be greatly appreciated if you'd advertise us on your Facebook page. We have a YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and a Twitter, and then we also just released our new merchandise website as well. Right now we see Alex Mccollum continuing to just try to set up that pass. If I was him, I'd probably be getting a little bit impatient right now. He's been stuck behind Daniel Pope for a long time now. But one of the things that I was preaching here in the beginning when we saw all of those cautions was patience, patience, patience. I was hoping we'd see a lot of give and take between drivers, and we've really seen that. These past few laps, we've had a really long green flag run. It's been some really clean racing, so I'm really proud of these Thunderstruck drivers for really turning the racing around. Alright, hold on real quick, Craig. So to answer your question, Craig, our broadcast schedule, we broadcast on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and sometimes Saturdays. So pretty much 7 days a week. If you want to know the actual times, let me know and I can get it for you. Yeah, I agree with you. If I get wrecked for the win, I'm definitely... You gotta discuss it with the person, because... I know, me as a driver, I definitely try everything in my power to try to pass someone cleanly. And we've definitely seen Alex Mccollum doing that. Oh! I think we saw him give Daniel Pope a little bit of tap there in the back bumper. Do see Alex McCollum blink a little bit. Okay, 10-4. Let me tell you. Let me see if I can get it for you. I'm just getting the broadcast schedule up for you right now, Craig. So this is it right now, and it will always change as well. So there's your schedule for you, Craig. I got a lot going on in the chat right now. Let's see. So we had 20 cars start the race. We see 17 are on track right now, and 15 are currently on the lead lap. We actually see a caution flag is out right now. All right, here's a look at what happened. We see Mike Hasty was battling with Tristan Ladouceur. And then looks like Ladouceur just washes up a little bit, gets into the outside wall. Hasty has nowhere to go. Oswald has nowhere to go. So a lot of drivers getting involved in this one. This is our first caution in a while. We haven't done a Saturday broadcast in a while. Let me get it for you. I'm trying to... We're not really doing Saturdays right now, Craig. We don't have like a consistent Saturday schedule. I will tell you this. Let's see. I believe this is when it is on Sundays. But green flag is back here with 22 laps to go. We are side by side for second here between Parker Chavez and Alex McCollum. We see right now Parker with the nose over McCollum. Looks like he got a great restart there, and he is able to get clear, but a crossover move. And we're 3 wide. There's Terry Bates going through the grass. They go into the outside wall. And that is going to bring out another caution. We will take a look at what happened here. So here we see... Oh, no, that was not Terry Bates. See, McCollum was running on that outside. He has the 91 below him. So we see the 91 just taking it through the grass and then gets into the 60 car. So as they cross the line, we see the 91 barely misses hitting the one. He gets a little bit loose, barely misses hitting him again, and then goes straight through the grass right into the 60 car. Yeah, I'm sure they gave the 91 an EOL for that one. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. If I was in that situation, I definitely wouldn't make that move either. But I don't think there was anything he could do because he got loose. Okay, 10-4. That's greatly appreciated once again, Craig, for sharing us on your page. I know you can... If you want to, you can search through some of the old broadcasts on Intensity Broadcasting, and you can see what it shows when it went live and what time it went live at. So, yeah, we saw some more lawn service action for you there, Alex. Saw the 91 of Dylan Bates cutting the lawn for you there. Yeah, this is a lot of crazy action here with 17 laps to go. And I believe here, if Daniel Pope wins tonight's event, or Alex McCollum, we're going to have another first-time winner, and that's going to mean 5 first-time winners. Well, good, Alex. Now you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the broadcast here tonight. I agree. I agree. The 91 wasn't really at fault either. He was just trying to avoid hitting McCollum in front of him. I really don't think it was anybody's fault. It was just kind of a racing incident. Drivers just trying to avoid hitting each other. We are getting ready to go back green here. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Alex McCollum restarting on the top. Green flag is back out there. We see Daniel Pope restarting on that first place spot, but he has Alex McCollum right on his back bumper looking to try to make a move. He's tapping that back bumper, letting him know, hey, I'm here. And then we see some cars going around through the grass. I don't know if that will bring out a caution or not. It looks like it's not. We see McCollum taking it to the high side. We've seen some drivers make that high side work. He's getting a pretty good run, but he's going to fall back in line behind that 16. You know, that is a good question, Craig. I am not sure about that. And I can't really get the information because Thunderstruck deletes their point standings after each season, so I can't access that. Definitely, though, if it keeps it up like this may be the most out of any season. And we see another wreck. Looks like Michael Wombold is around. I mean, we've already seen 4 different winners. After tonight, it's going to be 5. That's crazy. So here's a look at what happened. We see Wombold was looking to try to pass Tristan Ladouceur. And he has that 60 machine coming up on him as well. That's Parker Chavez. And looks like Chavez comes up off the bottom a little bit, clicks that rear quarter panel of Wombold. And that's going to send him straight into the outside wall. I agree. Chavez has really just had some bad luck, and he was fast for a lot of this race. I will say, though, he's back up to 7th now. He still is on pace to maybe get a top 5 if he keeps it up. So right now, here's a look at your current top 5 as we're going to have a shootout here. Daniel Pope is in 1st. Alex Mccollum in 2nd. Samuel Fontaine in 3rd. We see Rick Rube in 4th. And then rounding out your top 5, we have Josh Oswald in 5th. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we will be back with the racing action. We are back here with the racing action, getting ready to go back green. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Alex Mccollum restarting on the top. Green flag is back out, and there we see Daniel Pope. He is able to get clear of Alex Mccollum. Right now, Mccollum is just trying to set up that pass for that first place spot. I agree. He's been fast all race long after starting on the pole. He's definitely been very aggressive, though. I can agree with that as well. Alex Mccollum getting into the back bumper of Daniel Pope, letting him know, hey, I'm here. And Mccollum just ran his fastest lap time of the race. Looks like he's been saving his tires. What's he going to try to do? He's getting right up there to the back bumper. 3 to go now. He's getting right there. Right to the rear quarter panel. Yeah, for sure. We might see Alex McCollum try to take it down to the apron. He's getting right there, tapping that back bumper. 2 to go now. Is he going to try to make a move here? What's he going to try to do? Last lap for Alex McCollum to try to get by Daniel Pope here. He's right there. Coming into 3 and 4. Alex McCollum right on the back bumper. He taps it a couple of times, but he can't. Daniel Pope will win tonight's event here at Stafford. Congratulations to the 16 machine. Yeah, Daniel Pope had an awesome race. He was just able to avoid a lot of the mess and take the victory here. And there we go. We see, Daniel Pope burning it down here. We were either just going to see a clean finish there or something was going to happen, but I definitely respect Alex McCollum for keeping it clear at the end. Yeah, Craig? Alright, so we're going to start our driver interviews here. We will start off by pulling in your third place finisher, Samuel Fontaine. Alright, here we go. Samuel, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, we saw you starting that 5th place spot, and you were pretty much hanging around that top 5 for a lot of this race. We really didn't say your name too much, but that was a good thing for you, as you were able to avoid a lot of the wrecks there. And at the end, we saw in that last restart, you were running that 3rd place spot. Josh Oswald was there, but you were able to hold him off. I mean, what was your take on this race here tonight at Stafford?
Yeah, it's a long race, no tires, so the goal was just to save the tire the whole race, which I think I did pretty well. And at the end, got by the couple guys to get to that 3rd place and finish the race in one piece. So
now, we saw a lot of wrecks here tonight. I mean, what was your strategy to try to avoid a lot of these wrecks?
I mean, just try to keep your bumper clean and try to keep the guy behind me as far as I could from my rear bumper, but otherwise, I mean, race your line, it's a single line track pretty much, so I don't know, there's no magic way to go about it. just try to stay out of trouble.
Gotcha. Well, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout outs?
Yes, sir. Every guy from Moneymakers and the Roca guy who we are racing tonight for fun, and yeah, pretty much all of them, and the league guy, you, of course, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on that podium finish here tonight, and hopefully we'll see many more throughout the season.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let's go ahead and pull in your 2nd place finisher, Alex McCollum. Looks like we actually don't have Alex McCollum here in the Discord. I'm pretty sure. Let me do one more check through. Yeah, we don't have Alex McCollum in the Discord, so we'll pull in Daniel Pope now for the winning interview. All right, here we go. Daniel, this is Atlee in the Intensity Broadcasting booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you, bud.
Awesome. Well, what a race for you. I know you started in that 4th place spot, and you were hanging around the top 3 for a lot of this race. I know you were running. We saw a lot of the top drivers wreck out, but you were just able to keep it clean. And then we saw Alex. He ended up dropping to the back, so you ended up inheriting that lead. And after that, you were just able to keep it clean. You just kept that lead, were able to stay away from a lot of the other drivers. I know Alex was able to catch you, but you were able to hold him off. And there at the end, I know he was tapping your back bumper trying to get you loose, but in the end, you were able to hold him off. I mean, what was your take on this race here tonight at Stafford?
It was a good race. Setup was good. I feel like everybody did good after the little bit of roughness to start. I had a good car. I kind of burned it up a little bit mid-race. I'm glad Alex drove down pit lane to text message, take a pee, or whatever he had to do there. It gave me an advantage on him. I don't think I could have passed him, but it definitely was fun holding him off and trying to block his runs and stuff he had coming. Overall, it was a lot of fun for my first race with you guys.
I mean, what do you think sets you apart from the rest of the field? Was it maybe tire saving, or what do you think?
I don't know. Just I've got a lot of laps on this thing. I've been around the sim for 12 years, and I guess I'm one of the old guys that can still go somewhat fast sometimes. So I have a lot of laps here, and this is one of my favorite racetracks. So I was able to get away from Dylan, the wrecking ball baits, and not get run over by the 91. So that was a good one.
Well, before we let you go, Daniel, is there any sponsors or shout-outs before we let you go?
Yeah, I got to give a shout-out to Jason and the guys from here that do this league. This is pretty cool. Me and Jason are buddies, and kind of help him a little bit on the back end, and then giving advice if I can for this. And then, of course, all the boys at SPM and what we do over there, and having a good time.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on your victory, and hopefully we'll see many more this season.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Well, that is going to do it here for the broadcast. To answer your question, Craig, just say, make sure to go check out Intensity Broadcasting. Broadcasts 7 nights a week. Good racing, good iRacing. I don't know, just try to do it however you want to phrase it, Craig. And then Canadian Syrup says, good racing. It was good racing here tonight. This was some tight racing here. A lot of cautions, but still, it was awesome racing here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to watch the broadcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,000 followers on Facebook and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by our 2-year anniversary, which will be April 22. So make sure to check it out. Make sure also check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there, so make sure to check us out. This will be our last broadcast before 2022, so we want to wish everyone a happy New Year's Eve. We hope everybody has a fun and safe holiday, and we will see you in 2022. Over and out.